and welcome back to the shop. This week we ask ourselves the eternal question, can we fix it? First, we dive inside this classic German over and under combo to assess the problems. Then, we move on to another instance of German ingenuity and beauty with this Suhl drilling. All that and even more, let's get to work. This combo, such a cool thing, with the side-mounted scope, and it even has a little place to hold your cigars. They truly thought of everything. There are some problems though, first being that it misfires consistently. Now this can be for a few different reasons, so we need to crack it open and have a look. Later on we fix a loose hinge pin with modern-ish solutions, but right now I need to get this thing apart. And that guard is made from a horn, which is a very cool feature, but very delicate. And those cricket leg looking things are the hammer springs, so you can see just how much power those hammers are under. And for good reason, as we'll get to later. A lot of people never get to see the inner workings of these things, so I like to show it when I can. Those square things are the pins. Since we're dealing with misfires, it's a great place to start looking. But as shown, the pin protrusion is plenty and freely moving. So that one clue tells me two things. One, the pins are not broken. And two, that I need to start looking at the hammer. Somewhere in here, the energy is being stolen. And because the pins are moving at such a radical angle here, the pin has to hit the primer at a glancing strike, which is not ideal, but that's why we have those heavy springs. And look at that. Those markings are from where the hammer is rubbing against the wall and losing its energy. Now, is that enough to cause a misfire? Very unlikely, but it's not nothing. But we do have to keep looking. When I move this hammer, look right here. This will be a clue as to what its purpose is. I'm also noticing that this pin bushing is so loose that it's moving freely in there. Now, is that a problem? What do you think, Justin?
Yeah, it's probably nothing.
Editor Justin here, turns out it was not nothing. I noticed that inside the hammer recess there was a distinct deformation from where the hammer was hitting the inner wall. It was impossible to show it on camera, so just imagine a smashed up piece of steel. A smashed up piece of steel that needs to be cleared. And for this, we need a high-tech tool called a Dremel. This will make some of you cringe. If there's children in the room, cover their eyes. I know how we feel about Dremels. and I was grinding away when all of a sudden, this happened.
Look at this pistol.
What is that
damn
thing?
It's just a little 45. Look, as big as a damn Desert Eagle.
Yeah, I was about to say it's a Euro Desert Eagle.
The SEALs use it.
For what?
To hold the canoe up. Probably.
Alright, show and tell is officially over. I removed the pin and the bushing, and this is a great reason to have magnets on your vise. So you can just stick a magnet to your steel object and... What? Why didn't that stick to... Okay, well, as I was saying, you can just magnetize any tool to grab little springs and such. And as I was looking inside, I saw something incredible. If you look right here, you'll see my Patreon page, of which you should join and help me keep this channel alive. On top of that, there's extra videos and other series that can't be found on YouTube. Thank you to everyone who's already joined. You help me out more than I can even describe. Oh no, don't get lost. So if you didn't already guess, that little bit there is the cocking indicator. So that little leg sits in there. And then as this moves, it runs in that little track, and then it rotates for your cocking indicator. Alright, and we have solved the problem. So what was the issue? I don't think it was any one problem. I believe the hammer scraping against the wall was the least of its issues. The loose pin bushing also played a role. Then the deformation that we cleared out, but the biggest culprit for the misfires happened right here. Watch the crossbolt as it dry fires. So what's happening? The top lever was not closing completely, so the spindle was in the way of the hammers, which is actually a safety design to prevent firing when not closed. However, in this case, it was doing its job a little too well. And moving on, our next hang-up is this action. When I move the stock, it wiggles, as seen right here. This is either from improper fitting, which in this case is unlikely considering the country that it was made in. Thus we can conclude that the hinge has just been worn down. So now what? You can't just weld new metal on there. You couldn't magically attach metal to the surface like a wizard. Well, that's where you're wrong. And no, I'm not a wizard, however there is a magic way to attach metal to the surface, and it's called electroplating, which is essentially just magic. And I'm not going to explain how electroplating works because I'm sure you guys already know, and not. I mean, I know what it is, obviously, and you do too. So there's just no real reason to explain it. Okay, I just Googled it, and apparently this is how it works. When an electrical current is applied, metal atoms at the anode lose electrons, oxidization, and then they dissolve into the electrolyte solution as positively charged ions, and then these ions are attracted to the negative charged object, the cathode, some people call it, where they gain electrons and then deposit it as a thin, solid metal layer. And obviously that's how that works. One thing I do know about it is incredibly monotonous. So we're gonna leave me right here and we're gonna jump over to the parts game.
Ein Bier im Laden, ein kühler Traum. Zwischen Regalen, da find ich Raum. Die Flaschen glitzern wie Sternenlicht. Die Kasse piept, das Glück zerbricht nicht. Shop Beers, Prost, mein Freund. Ein Schluck, ein Lachen, wir sind vereint. Shop Beers, das Leben so fein. Mit einem Krug voll Glück im Sonnenschein.
Oh, hey guys, I'm still here, you know, just working. Well, you guys are having fun with the parts, guys. That's fine. I didn't want to play, anyways. Whatever. Anyways, well, you guys were gone doing whatever. I got this hinge all plated up, and it's ready to test. You're welcome. So look at that. I plated it up so much, it looks like a dang concrete sidewalk. That should be more than enough. So let's get it back together and see how we did. Right, so the reason for this spine is for hand-eye coordination, right? So wherever you're sitting right now, I know there's an object in your periphery, a light switch, a lamp, something. Now, without looking at it, look at me, and now take your finger. No, I'm just kidding. Take your finger and point at it. And now look and see how exact your finger points right to it, right? So the same principle applies here with this spine. The spine is just a locator. So if I'm holding this like this and I'm pointing, I can point bang on every time because your eye knows where your finger's going because of hand-eye coordination. Alright, and moving on. This has a problem with the Tang switch. When I flip this lever, it should move freely up and down. But as you can see, something is awry. So we're gonna need to open it up and see what the problem is. Well, it turns out the problem here was it was just assembled incorrectly. So, yeah, that's a sigh of relief for me in the shop, but when I'm trying to turn it into a video, it's rather anticlimactic. Well, okay. Anyways, here's a good look at how the mechanism actually works. And on that terribly disappointing note, I'm sorry, I thought it was going to be a bigger problem than what it was. Guys, thanks for watching. Join the Patreon, buy a shirt, have a great week. See you Tuesday.
Shop Bier, oh Shop Bier, wir heben das Glas. Shop Bier, oh Shop Bier, ein Prost für den Spaß.